Hey y'all, it's Bonnie with LuLaRoe, Bonnie Davidson. I am a LuLaRoe consultant. I am located in the Birmingham, Alabama area, and I've been selling LuLaRoe for about a month now. So I've been thinking a lot lately about kind of reflecting, I guess, and thinking about what are the things that I absolutely wish that I had known when I signed on to become a LuLaRoe consultant. I did a lot of research, like I'm sure a lot of you are doing or have done, but there's a lot of things that I just kind of think, I wish I had really known about that going into it, because I think it kind of would have helped me a little bit with some of the struggles that I had, and kind of would have given me just a more accurate idea of what was happening. So I'm going to share with you my top 10 things I wish that I had known before I became a LuLaRoe consultant. Now I'm going to shoot this all in one take, because one thing I loved about LuLaRoe was how transparent so many people were. So you're not going to get a real polished, edited video here. You're just going to get me talking. And I do have a handy dandy notebook, so I will be referencing that. So when you see me going up and down, that's what I'm doing. Okay? Ready? So we're going to start backwards. We're going to start with number 10. Number 10 is that I wish that I had known how much space this all took. Now I hear people all the time that are like, yeah, I sell, I don't have a room. I just kind of sell, off to the side. I've got some racks or whatever. And that's awesome. My husband also works from home. And so we really thought we'll just share a room. It'll be perfect. And as I started thinking about it, and we started thinking about how many racks I was going to need, we ended up deciding to kind of rearrange everything. And he moved into our room and blah, blah, blah. But y'all, I needed it. I know you can do it in a small space. Lots of people do, but this is a pretty small bedroom. But if I turn the camera around and you saw what these racks look like, it's not pretty. They're kind of jammed in here. So it's going to take a lot of space. If you're doing it in a small space, I guess I would just say be prepared that you're going to have to get really creative, and you're going to have to be willing to put stuff away and put it back up, especially if you're doing in-home pop-ups. So number 9 is that I wish that I had known how long it was going to take to hang everything up in the beginning when you get those boxes, and it's so exciting. And my mom came over and we were pulling things out. I'm ooh, but it takes forever to hang it up, and then you're going to start taking pictures of it. Now, I definitely recommend doing an in-person launch first, and then if you're going to do any kind of live sales on Periscope or Facebook Live, do that next, because that'll cut down on your number of pictures that you have to take of that initial inventory. The initial package comes with about 300 pieces. I ordered probably close to 200 more, maybe 150 at the beginning, just because I knew there were some styles that I really wanted to start out with. So I had a little bit more than some people, but those pictures, y'all, they take forever. I told my mom one day I'm going to be really big in LuLaRoe, and I'm not going to sell them on Facebook. I'm going to sell live on Periscope and Facebook Live, and I'm going to sell in home, because taking pictures is for the birds. But just know that it's going to take you a really long time. So don't just think, I'll do this the day before my Facebook launch like I did, because then you'll end up without pictures of some of your things on Facebook. Okay? Number 8. I've really had to learn doing this, and I'm not doing well at it yet, but that sometimes you just have to shut it down. LuLaRoe is really tricky because it's really fun. And so you just get going in it, and you're answering people, and you're trying to provide this great customer service, which is so important. But then sometimes you just have to shut it down. And you just kind of have to make yourself do it so that it doesn't take over your whole life while you're still really doing a good job with your business. So just like anything, that balance is hard to find. I'm still working on it. I don't really have an answer for you, but just know that that's going to be a challenge of just saying, okay, I'm shutting it down. Number 7, don't decide who is going to love LuLaRoe. So probably a lot of you, when I was first thinking about LuLaRoe, and I was kind of trying to decide, is this something that I want to do? Is this something that I know people that would want to, that would be interested? And I thought, yeah. And so I had kind of this list of people that I thought, yeah, this person will love it, this person will love it, this person will love it. And I just had this list in my head. But then I've been really surprised at some of the people who I never thought of, who've just come out of the woodwork, and they are just obsessed with LuLaRoe. And then some of those people that I thought were going to be like my best customers, like I'll tell you, there's one girl that I thought, oh, she's perfect and she'll probably host a party for me and it'll be wonderful. She removed herself from my Facebook group the first day. Not interested. So don't decide who's going to love it and who's not, because you're probably going to be wrong. And you're just setting yourself up for some disappointment with people that don't love it like you thought they would, but you might miss out on some others while you're worrying about them. Number 6, meet with an accountant. LuLaRoe is really complex. It's different than a lot of direct sales in that it's not just, here's your tax form at the end of the year, but you're carrying a full inventory all the time. I'll be honest with you, I talked to an accountant. I have an accountant on my team, and she and I have spoken about meeting, but we haven't done it yet, and I am terrified of what it's going to be like a month in. So don't wait. Don't even wait like I did, but especially make sure that you get with one really early on. Just to go over and make sure that you're keeping the records that you need to keep so that you're not trying to track it down at the end of the year. Number 5, it's totally the quality of your customers and not the quantity. When I had my in-home launch, I was a little bit, because I had like 9 people. And you hear about people that have just like 30, 40 people show up, and that was not me. I had like 9 people. They were great, but I started thinking about it and I realized, okay, out of those 9 people, everybody bought something, and everybody except one person bought multiple things. And I booked 3 parties out of my launch. So a third of the people there, actually a little bit more than that because there was a group of sisters, booked a party. And that is huge. Booking the parties off of parties is huge. So it's the quality of the customers, but also just the relationships that you're able to create with them. And if they love the clothes, that's worth way more than having 4,000 people in your Facebook group, but you've only got like 10 that ever shop with you. Number 4. Be open to multiple sales strategies. I knew kind of when I went into it that I was thinking I want to do about 50-50 online and in home. And I'll say that's about what I've worked out to be. There's things like right now during the week, I'm way more into I'm doing a lot more online like right now, but then I have several parties this weekend, so I'll just be doing in person this weekend. So it kind of fluctuates, but I definitely do about 50-50. I see some people that come in and they just say, I only want to sell on Facebook. I don't want to sell in person, and I don't want to sell live because that makes me nervous. And I just think that's really going to limit you. There are some people that can do that, but those are honestly probably your more established consultants at this point that can just sell one way. We've got to reach out and, be around lots of people we know, people we don't know, and introduce them to LuLaRoe. So we're not just all using the same consultants. Be open to those multiple strategies, and be open to something that you thought you wouldn't like might be something that you absolutely love. Number 3, it's okay to be nervous about this. I mean, you've just invested $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 into a business, and that's terrifying. I'm going to do another video in the next few days about kind of the risks of LuLaRoe, because that's something that we talked about a lot, my husband and I, and kind of weighed a lot of things out. And I know it's helpful sometimes to just hear somebody else say it, but there are risks. I mean, this is not a risk for your business. This is not a, $99, you got your little kit, and if it doesn't work out, you got some free product. This is a store in your house. So it's okay to be nervous. You kind of should be. If you're not a little bit nervous, I don't know. I mean, maybe you can pull it off, but I need to kind of have that fire lit under me. Okay, I've got that. I got to do this. So be nervous, but don't let it overtake you. Get out there, try new things. Number 2. I heard this. I've heard it before, and I've heard it over and over. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's really easy on YouTube to start seeing everybody's numbers of this is my first month sales, and look, I cruise qualified in my first month, and I did $15,000, and I did $20,000 on sales. But comparison is the thief of joy, and it is your business that you're doing your way. I'll give you an example. My first month sales, or my first couple weeks, I started in the middle of July. So from when I started through July, I had really good sales. I was really happy with my number. It was not 5 digits. It was 4 digits. It was good 4 digits, but it was 4 digits. And so we were posting in one of my team pages about, what our numbers were. And a girl that in my group posted right after me, and she started like 2 days before me or something. And she was well over those 5 digits. And I was like, I thought I was doing really good. And then she is like twice what I sold. And I realized, okay, but I see her all the time, and she is, and this is those different strategies I was talking about. She does multi-consultant sale after multi-consultant sale, and that's awesome because that's what she wants to do, and clearly it's working. I'm not really that interested in multi-consultant sales, just because I am trying to do those several different things. So I feel like a lot of times my time could be better spent trying to book pop-ups and things like that. It's a personal choice. People have great success both ways. So I'm kind of taking a different approach to the beginning in my business than some people are. It's all good. It all works, but I can't compare my selling maybe 3 times a week to her selling probably 6 times a week. She's gonna sell more. That's it. But we're going for different strategies. So don't compare. Once you start selling, get off YouTube and stop watching about how much people have sold. And the number one thing that I wish I had known, and I got lucky, is how important your sponsor is and how important your team is. I have great sponsors. It's a pair that sell together, April and Kristen, and they are awesome. We have an awesome team. I have a friend on my team that I talk to like almost every day, and it's just kind of, hey, have you had this problem? Have you thought about this? Whatever. But also we have an incredible upline, which is really important. I hear a lot of people that are just like, they've got their sponsor and that's great, but you need that team support too. So above mine is Anna Matos, and then above Anna Matos is Annalisa Whiteside, and above Annalisa is Lisa Laters-Jones, who is one of the mentors in the company, and we are part of all of their Facebook groups, like their team pages. So we're able to just say, hey, I've got a question, and type it in, and in Lisa's group, there's like 2,000 people. Somebody has had the same problem as you before. And so you're able to just go type it in and find out. I can't imagine, as great as my sponsors are, if I didn't have that, because I would just be lost. So think really, really hard when you're choosing your sponsor. Think hard about what team you're choosing. Just because somebody is like a great friend or lives near you, it doesn't always mean that they're who you need to be with. It might absolutely be the person you need to be with, and like, more power to you. If you can have like your best friend from high school can also be your LuLaRoe sponsor. But just make sure that you're really making that choice with eyes wide open. But that being said, your sponsor will not make you fail if you would have succeeded, and they will not make you succeed if you would have failed. So don't think that it's like the be all end all. Make sure it's somebody you like, somebody that you like to talk to, that you want to emulate their business, and that you got that team of support, and you'll do great. It is so fun. I can't believe that I get to do this every single day. So if you want to talk to me any more about anything that I've said in this video, I'd love to chat with you. You can find me on Facebook. My shopping group is Shop LuLaRoe Bonnie Davidson, or you can email me at LuLaRoe.BonnieDavidson, DAVIDSON @gmail.com. And I'll put those links down in the description as well so that you can find me there. Okay, I hope I talk to you soon. Bye.